Today's demonstration is how to create a full range of values on an apple using the crosshatch technique. You're going to do a little practice in your sketchbook and pen today, but I'm going to show you how to use the quill pen. And then tomorrow, all the pen and ink will be set out, so at your leisure you can come grab a pen, quill pen, ink, a wet and a dry paper towel. The wet paper towel is just to keep this end of your pen clean. This is called a nib, N-I-B, or pen, nib, and this is the handle. Why do we bother using these as opposed to just Sharpie marker? This ink will never ever fade. Sharpie marker makes a pretty consistent line. With pen and ink, you can draw really, really light, get a lot of light detail in, or also you can press really hard and get a lot of cool line design in. For this, you can actually use line weight and number of marks to help relay your full range of value on your fruit. So you could use number of marks and you can use pressure or lack thereof to create that range of values. Okay, here's my apple drawing. I'm going to take a good look at my apple that's set up in front of me, and I have to keep this in mind. These are called cross contour lines. Okay, the cross contour lines are both vertical and horizontal. Okay, and they're shaped like this. It's very important when you're practicing pen and ink that you don't create long curved lines across your fruit. I mean, this would look like a pumpkin. Okay, it's just to give you an idea of the direction of your crosshatch lines to help create that three-dimensional form on a flat page. Okay, as I look at my fruit, I'm going to try to identify where my step 1 is and then where my dark steps are. And you don't have to draw this in necessarily, but for some students it might help to just kind of block out those areas that are step 1. Okay? This side of my apple is really dark and it gets lighter, gradually lighter. I'm going to really push that gradation from dark to light because that's going to help show my three-dimensional quality. So if I really push that dark to light, then it's really going to look three-dimensional. So, first thing I'm going to do, and you can use your handouts to help you, okay, is I am going to start following these lines. Here's my verticals. And look at this. Notice that this line is following what would be my cross contour lines. They're going to gradually get more sparse. Now I'm doing horizontal lines. If it's easier for me to accomplish, I could turn my drawing upside down once I really understand where my value range is. So my apple is following the natural flow, or my lines are following the natural flow of my wrist to make life easier. I was talking about when we shaded our cylinders, how your wrist moves in this motion, and it's sometimes easier when we're looking down on something to turn it upside down. Okay. Remember when you're shading that your value range placement isn't necessarily going to be even anything close to mine. The important thing is that you're learning the concepts of what the cross contour lines are and how to follow those cross contour lines based on your value range. Oops. Also, you have individual artistic expression. You probably noticed in the hallway that the assignment's the same, but everybody's is different. On the rubric, it states that you need to show full range of values using pen and ink in either cross-hatching, stippling, or line design. It doesn't say anything about exactly how dark or how light to go. So you might be heavy-handed and put a lot of pressure on your pen, and that's okay, as long as you have the value range there. My cross-contour lines are a reminder of the direction of my contour lines, or my apple surface. So I'm going to keep going. You have 6 minutes until the bell is going to ring, but I'm just going to finish. So people can use this as a resource, because I know some of us are working on different things. We're at different points of our assignment right now. Nice thing about the demonstration videos is you can stop at any area where you're struggling, and that could be different for all of us, and you can watch that part of the demo. Don't worry about your cast shadow or anything like that. We're going to be learning about cast shadow next week. At this point, I'm going to take my eraser. Just want to make sure the ink's dry. And I'm going to erase all of the pencil. I want to make sure that I'm creating that illusion and I'm not relying on my pencil to help me with that. There you go. So there's my apple in a full range of values using cross-hatching.